Hello, and today we're gonna play. Today we're gonna play Katawa Shoujo, or however you pronounce it. But it's a game that you make decisions, I guess. I saw it a few times on YouTube. There's an ongoing Let's Play on the other channels, so if you want to check them out, please do. But if you want to watch me, the worst. Is playing first time in the game, you can watch it. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna read everything, by the way, so you don't have to read. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle the wooden windshields. Okay, this is popular retreat for couples in the summer. The delicious trees provide beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. Okay, good to know. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling, whatever it is. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in the skull. Sorry. Hisao. Okay, whoever it is. That's how long I am expected to wait here anyway. I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Okay, Hisao. Oh yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. So we are Hisao. Okay, I'm gonna. As far as glitches go, I'm more a fan of letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. By the way, it's based on anime. I didn't watch the anime, I just playing the game. Okay, so we put a love letter in I read some girl's locker. Probably that's the story. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snow gradually thickens. Okay, the snowflakes slightly falling, the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. Oh, some noise. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Well, that sounds nice, right? Wait, I'm gonna just move something really quick from my program. Okay. Hi, Hiso, you came. No, I'm not sure. You are the fucking late. Okay, whoever it is. I'm facing a double question. However, I recognize the owner of the anime voice instantly. I feel my heart skipped a beat. Okay. A voice I've listed a hundred of times, but I never, as more than ever, dropped to a conversation. I turn to face this voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Okay, it's a girl. Please, the character isn't gay. Iwadako! Okay, I need to do voice acting for all the characters, so our character is gonna be like, Iwadako! I got more telling me to wait here. It was yours. No, I can't. Like, it's like the most Italian voice I can do. And it's, damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Perfect. Master of pickup lines. Pathetic. No, you're the master of pickup lines. Iwanako. Huh? Yes, I asked a friend to give that note, so I'm glad you got it. I can't do girl voices. A shy smile that makes me to sense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. I really like this game. Like, I can make so much fun of it, and it's for like the serious game. My heart is pounding now as if it were trying to burst out of my chest and claiming the girl for itself. Oh. So, here we are, out in the cold! Once again the wind stirs up. Some cacophonous noise is to my ears, okay? Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she right herself supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine and she's lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. Wait. I'm just doing it right now. Coincidence? I don't think so, okay. As well as an action, beating of my heart grows louder. Wait, I'm just gonna fix the camera quickly. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out of if I tried. You see? Okay, this is a... I wanted to... if you come out of here! I really love making the voice acting. I stand there motionless, safe from my pounding heart. Heart, yes. I want to say something but in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Iwanako. Hiso! I reach up to try and answer to my throat, but this only sends the spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Hiso! My whole body feels safe for my eyes with shoot open in terror. Dun 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 dun. Hiso! The bending night suddenly stops and I go weak at the knees. A world around me, the canopy, bare branches and the winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all of this fades to black. The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and incessant clatter for the branches above. Perfect. We live! I thought the master of the pickup lines would die by this point, but who knows, right? Katawa Shoujo, whatever. I think it's Shoujo. Shoujo, yeah, Shoujo, definitely. Writing anomalous aura clappers, okay, whatever. Editing, Kagami, last sword, okay. I didn't finish reading. Music, Blue, 123 and Nicole something. I didn't finish it by this one. Gabi third, Kamish Pimi. I finished that one. And art, those are. Art, Moeki Kurims, my rider. Okay, I'm not gonna read those. Okay, so that is the... I didn't... the video, I'm not finishing it yet. I'm still waiting for, like, the other part of the story, I guess. When that finishes, I'm gonna pause the video, going quick downstairs and grab something to eat because I can't do it without. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Blech! In that whole time, I can probably count the times I felt in this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is pretty a long time when you're left alone with your folks, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia, a strange word and a Persian alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition, it causes my heart to act erratically, whatever. The also occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They've said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Okay, so we're definitely a god. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents think I've hit harder by the news that I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything to them. It was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Yeah, because there wouldn't be the story, right? Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt like it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in my ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all get-well gifts began trickling down to them nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I've gotten to so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Okay. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned about, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors by the end of the first month. Only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. Okay. After 6 weeks, I've never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on a snowy day ever again. The hospital! It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist, I can't pronounce it, every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything straightforward, but told me to wait to see if the treatment and surgeries work. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change in appearance over time, thinking it's some kind of omen. I still ask ahead of cardiologists about leaving, but my expectations are low enough that now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there's at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV, I don't know why, I just did. How you can stop watching TV like it's the best thing in the world? Maybe it was the work kind of explaining for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at hospital, although it was more like storeroom for books. I began working my way through it one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I like reading and I think I became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without book in my... Like, wait a second. Oh no, I'm naked! Something like that, I guess. But I loved these stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly higher on the scales from each other, differing only by the books I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mess, and I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I felt the realization that I didn't know I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all things that surrounded me moved painfully crashing to my consciousness. I can't pronounce it. Through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while looking like at the ceiling as I was going to cry. But that happened one rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Okay, finally the dialogue stopped. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna come back in a minute, and I'm gonna bring up something to drink for myself. In 1 second. Okay, I'm back. And I have something to drink. Today the doctor comes. and gives me a smile. He seems excited but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been few days since I last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There is a ritual the head cardinal has. There is a ritual the head cardinal has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make the point of pointless of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, he says. How are you today? I don't answer him but smile a little back at him. Well, that's rude. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father a prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads quickly. So many. It's a trap! I take it from his hands and take a look myself, feeling down how I am supposed to react to this. And the absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all bend together in the sea of letters. Okay, this is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. No, I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day. Whoa, like, wouldn't he like be dragged by it? Like, let's say the list is that long, right? And like every pill, I have like every pill here. I'm like, I'm afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if I hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and I believe that it'd be the best if you don't return to your old school. Yes! Yes! New school! Fuck yeah! Like, what? Please calm down, Hiso. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Wait, I did the doctor voice for them. For that. Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knew full well that it wouldn't like it. That I wouldn't like it. I am going to be homeschooled. Whatever my concern show, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is pronounced. However, I don't think that's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I spoke to your parents about the transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy. Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Yes, we're going to school full of sick people. I'm sad. Okay. Disabled? What? Am I? It has 24 nursing staff and it's only a few minutes from highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise the... Still, like, I would be fucking happy if I would go to a new school. Well, not really that much happy, but I would be happy if I went to a new school. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be 24-hour nursing staff, and you would make hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, it's... Oh wait, Dad. What wish should I make for Dad? Of course, that's the only if you want to go. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. Okay. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back, and I think you'll like it. It looks... Oh, okay. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Bitch. Okay, I wonder where the book goes. I can't see it on my camera. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people of your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity! Well, you should be excited at the change to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same... And while it's not the same one, a special school... A special school? That's... And also, that is what I want to say. I step down, but it's a step down. Wait. This guy wants to go to a normal school with a heart that can like... No, with a... disability that can like kill him, that can be fatal. And he's still like, no, I want to go to my old school where I like where I don't have any friends, because he said that, at least not very good friends, because like, oh yeah, we're gonna just visit him 1 month and yeah, that's gonna be it. Uninstall that is okay. It's not what you think. Oh wait, it's not what you think. All the students that are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleges in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care, a person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what disability is. Okay? I already don't like the main character. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It will be a fucking normal life. Just a school with nursing and hospital nearby. It's funny, I always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. Okay. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock of fragility. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know it's a futile... okay. I look around the room feeling very tired of all of this. The hospital doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice, I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on it, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean state isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of getting through this. At least I still have something, even if it's a special school. It's something, it's a fresh start as my life is over it. It isn't over. It would be a mistake to go resign myself of thinking that. At the very least, I try to see what my new life look like. Okay, in this game I simply don't make any decisions. Okay. Oh! We already started. This was just a Prelog, intro, whatever. I'm gonna look far away problems. Wait, could I? Okay, I'm better save now. Create new save state. Progress successfully saved. Load. Can I change the name? Nope. Okay, that will be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a good game, for at least now. I still don't kind of like the main character. The only fact I like about him is the fact that he's a god of pickup lines, that's all. Hi! That will be it. This was Lion. See you in the next episode.